Summertime and the living's easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Well, good morning, Vootoo. I think the bullshit's high, to be fair, Vootoo. Yes, I do. Yes, it doesn't pass the sniff test, does it, this lot? So anyway, here we have Richard Tice's Sunday sermon from yesterday when I was incarcerated in a bleeding Cinewell multiplex, whatever it is. God dear, I will bring you my thoughts on this further on, either today or tomorrow, Vootoo, when I can find the time. I've had a fortnight of too much work and too much child. Gone back to school so Granny can have a bit of peace for 10 seconds. So anyway, he didn't want to go either. You can imagine, can't you? So, yesterday's Talk TV, Richard Tice, who is on the right of right, he's absolutely right. And when he's not being right, he's quite wrong, but usually he's right. He's right of right. I don't know, because literally, it's like telly, I don't care, I haven't got a dog in the game. Do not care, don't like them all. Any of them. Don't care. Don't like your Liberals, don't like your Greens, don't like your Conservative or Conservatives. I don't like your Labours, just don't like them, any of them. Yes, I think the world would be a far better place without all these people. Yes, causing all the divisions and this, that, and bleeding other. Leave us alone. Jesus, born on this planet, and some people just think they've got to get themselves in position to start telling everyone else what to do. Right, that being said, faced with this creature here, they're sort of rabble-rousers. I mean, I know a lot of you probably like them, but I stand firmly as a spectator. Yes, I do. I watch it all and laugh at all of them as well. So this thing took himself down to Pimlico in London, which is an upmarket area just off of Belgravia, round about Westminster, very upmarket, to the Comfort Hotel, where apparently and allegedly there is some French people, let's just say French. They've come over in little dinghies from a place called France. Yes, they have. And usually the RNLI, the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, I mean, they need putting in institutes, to be honest, or whatever they are. Usually pick them up off their dinghies and bring them in, put them in the hotel. About 150 quid per person per night. Yeah, you get me, capiche. And apparently they're illegal immigrants from France or somewhere that no one gives a stuff about. It's all a bleeding psyop, the whole lot. Anyway, shall we listen to what dear righty right man, Richard Wright, or Richardy... No, it isn't actually, it's Richard Tice. Yes, here we go, Mr. Tice. Entice me, dear, to entice me. Come on, listen, what's happening?
To this.
Right.
Oh, the hotel, and this hotel is not good, actually.
So they've come from a hotel in Ilford, Essex, right? I see. And so, but they don't like this hotel. And why do they not like this hotel?
This hotel is not good, really. It has too much smell and
too much smell.
Yeah, and it's very small.
To be fair, it probably does stink. Do you get me? It's in the middle of London. So basically, these people have come over. They've got no passports. They've come from France, as I've already said. And they're moaning about the free accommodation because the French put them up in... oh, hang on. No, they don't, do they? They leave them in bleeding squatter towns, don't they? Around about the north of round about Calais, because I've seen them. Terrifying they are, Vootoo, terrifying. I've been over there quite a few times and you see them. They roam around like it's the Gobi bleeding desert, which the far north of France pretty much is, like the far north of Britain. Yes, everything happens in France centrally and down towards the south. The north is sort of whereversville. So they brought them over, people, bleeding traffickers. Now, if I really told you what I thought, what I know, what most people that look into it know, I'd be thrown off Vootoo. And on top of that, I'd have to avoid tunnels for the rest of my known life. Yes, I would, Vootoo. So I can't actually say what I really want to say, but this whole thing is just a bleeding great big globalist psyop. We were warned right back in the 80s. They showed us a documentary for fun about people coming up from Africa, coming out of Africa and coming to Britain. Obviously, they portrayed these people coming out of Africa wearing like Bushman sort of tribal wear, carrying swords and shields. So it's highly unlikely. You know, I can't think of the guys that jump up and down. You know the ones, them. And people from Chad, and mainly hardly known tribes living in central Congo or wherever, all en masse coming out of Africa and spreading across Europe and across Britain. It's a documentary, I think it was shown by the BBC. Oh, sit down in surprise, Gertie, won't you? So that was a nothing burger. They always sort of show you in films or books or something. They put it out there like decades before, because I remember watching it thinking, what a load of BS. Lo and behold, it's come true. But then when you look into it, that's a globalist ideal, which, as I say, is a work in progress that started sort of, I would say, in the mid Victorian times, but actually you can take it back even further than that. You really can. When this whole idea of having one centralised government, one centralised global power, one health, one bank. So we got it coming to us with World Health Organization, and this, that, and the other. So anyway, these people that are coming out over here, they are being told their end by non-governmental, in other words, charities, NGOs, non-government organisations, charities, are saying to them, come to Britain, because they get shown pictures of our men. Now, can you imagine what they're shown? YouTubers? Can you? Because they're not any of the men that I see, white, British, working class men, they're usually of an LGBTQ variety. And they're also told that the women in Britain are absolutely bereft of men. So you need to get yourself over there because, you need to, I don't know, help repopulate the planet or take your particular religion across the world and blah-de-bleed blah that no one gives a stuff about, right? So from their point of view, they're told a whole different story than what we're told, which is why when they come over here, they demand this, that, and the other. They want a new phone, they want this. I've actually heard them on other interviews where it's just sort of smoothed over, where the guy said, if I don't get my house, I'm going home. That's it. I'm going to leave. I'm going back. Oh, I think he was in Sweden, this particular guy. And he said, if I don't get, a house like this week, I'm going home. Sod it. Which was a sort of catalyst for me thinking, hang on, let's have a little bit more of a look at this. So they're pawns in the game as much as anyone else. It's like anything. Nice little bit of Latin. Qui bono. And I don't mean anything to do with bleeding you two. Given to believe it means who benefits. So if you follow the money, money. I mean, the thing is, if there was no people coming over on these rafts, which are all new, and they've all got top-notch, none of them look in rags. They've all got nice clothes on, nice trainers, nice new phones, so Apple iPhones. They've all got, what do you call them, life jackets that are new. The boats are new. The outboard motors are new. There's a lot of money goes into bringing them across. And the thing about it is the government actually gives contracts to companies like Serco and other companies to house them and to whatever. So without them coming over, they won't be getting their money contractually, will they? So the more that come over, if you think of it, the more money they get. And the more the government needs to renew these contracts for 2 votes. Oh, yes, they do, because it's terrible. They're coming in at Dover, they're coming in at Rye, they're coming up the beaches in Hastings and Eastbourne. Oh, they are. They're an invasion force for 2 votes. So they are like us, victims of this BS. Dear old Richard, he's there with his little camera showing us what a load of ingrates they really are, which, to be fair, the Comfort Hotel is a boot hole, Come on, Richard. Yeah?
The rooms are too small.
Yeah.
The rooms are far too small.
Very bad.
Very
It's
bad.
in the centre of London.
Yeah?
Rooms very small.
Yeah.
Bathroom too small.
Yeah, too much.
I'm so sorry about that. That's really, really shocking that the bathroom's too small. But do you get nice food here?
Yeah?
Yeah, food is bad.
Food is good. So you're happy with the food?
Well, I know he's lying because food's absolutely dire at those hotels. So anyway, yeah. I mean, they're lucky in one way because if you're working class and British, the most you can afford is bleeding Pontins. And to be fair, that's like being sent to Colditz. In fact, Colditz would probably be more preferable. Oh, dear. A lot of us are just swept up in the maelstrom of middle and upper class people's salaries, aren't we really? And they're put in hotels, our own British indigenous, white, predominantly working class guys are sat in doorways homeless because they're disenfranchised from society. Because in a thing for equality, the effort to make everybody equal, everybody, white, indigenous, working class boys are particularly disenfranchised from society. I mean, it's like, talking about that, the Air Force has just made it impossible for white men, and they're not from the working class, so they're middle to upper working class, they're not allowed to join the Air Force now because they're only looking for diversity and inclusion and women. And when I say diversity and inclusion, I don't mean white. No, anything but. So, yeah, we can see that we are being absolutely moved out of our own country, and so many other countries have had the same. And I mean, it's all the Bleeding Heart Brigade. If you think all the lefties and the mauve hair and the pink hair and the green haired brigade, they haven't got a clue because they don't really live in their areas. But the thing is, well, they don't get moved to their areas, but the thing is, when they're actually plonked in the middle of Pimlico, off of Belgravia, they don't like it, though, too, fellas. They want to go back to Ilford, because apparently Ilford in Essex was far better, yes. They had better Wi-Fi and all tube. And we all know what that feels like when you haven't got decent Wi-Fi. Oh, my God, it's the end of the world, isn't it, Tube? It's the end of my world last week, anyway. So, I'm getting fibre, I am. I'm getting fibre broadband this week, Tube. I haven't got a clue what it means, but it costs a fortune. So it's got to be good, isn't it? Anyway, catch us later, as I've got some plans for you guys this week. Love you, leave you.